think the Cave of Portals is the cave with portals. Technically the cave here. I also think I'm a victim of the fact that I don't read any of this crap that I pick up. I should have at least one volume on the weresheep. I know I have at least one, but what is it technically? Can I use the mob? Quickly must I make my last report. I know that I've seen it, and any moment now it's low. Dry bleeding will signal its arrival. I cannot escape. I can only hope whatever I write here might one day help another helpless seeker. There is but a single weresheep remaining, and its soul is buried deep within the cave portals, among the Immaculates who are so fond of blackest necromancy. The perceptive eye will reveal its location. Among the Immaculates who are so fond of blackest necromancy. Yeah, it all fits. It all fits too that I'm basically a blind guy, so well, I wouldn't have maybe seen it. There has to be some kind of additional clue here. I haven't been paying attention to any kind of notes. Is there a way to see the current local map and its name? There are a couple of ways I can increase my perception though.
Beware!
Yeah,
The weresheep.
definitely.
That Mangoth is hiding something. I just know it. He's got a foxy cat.
But what is it? Should I try to raise my own perception or try to use a summon? But summons are unreliable fundamentally. I'm getting +3 from this. So that's a huge increase to our normal values. Rings are probably fairly harmless to replace. Amulet too. No perception amulet though. Yeah, +1. Perception ring. I'm sure we have at least 2. Perception 1, immunity to burning. Perception 2, yeah, that's probably the best we can hope for. 12 perception is a respectable one. Yep, I'll just hope this will be enough. Among the Immaculates. How many perception potions do I have? 28. Yeah, I think I'll start consuming these. I mean, this is by no means a guarantee we'll find anything, but if we don't find anything like this, then we're not finding anything. That's the end of it. cryptic dungeon. So yeah, it's not exactly the cave of portals, is it? But it is a dungeon of portals. I'm not sure if I can actually get to the other parts anymore. Yeah, I'm not sure if it matters. I think we're done. We press the switch again. Yeah, I can't get to the other parts anymore. All leads here. So if it was an option, I'm certainly not getting it anymore. The problem is I can't even see the map section, so if there was something there, I couldn't see it. There's no way I can get to the ghost. But the ghost only has a tip, it's not giving you anything important. The problem is, I'm not sure if I can proceed further unless I've taken that middle step. Also, I don't recall at all really what he says. Something about stardust or whatever the plant is. And some sort of a tree. But it's very vague. Stardust herb and something about the weresheep liking stardust and a tree. That's it. But that's probably not exactly what it says. Problem is, I think that's nothing I can do about it anymore. So the switch is really a trap. What is this? Nice. I wish I could recall accurately what it says. But at the same time, I don't know. Clearly, I can't get to it, so it's done. I'm still going to try maybe something like we can, like in Hunter's Edge, we can with Hunter's Edge and the rat holes, we can use cheese to get things going, or poison cheese. Something similar might work in the strange tree. I wish I could recall exactly what it says. Shit. I'm not doing it now. I don't want to start mess with it more. When we have no other more concrete targets to go after, I'd say, then we can go trying long shots and see if anything works. However, we should be able to get to the today. There must be a way to confirm what the spirit sheep says without spoiling how it's done, actually. How do we get the body of the sheep? Right. We'll see why they shouldn't work. We need to gather the remains of the lich. Right. I don't want this. Good crafting material, but no thanks. Do we need to fight here? That it matters too much. Yeah, this sort of seems like maybe. Just don't want. Well, we could open the tomb there. I know it's a trap. It has to be. But I'm curious what type of a trap it is. Does it summon the lich here that we can't defeat? Or is it something else? Is it some kind of super monster hiding there? Again, we can't win against the lich. So any fight against her is just a waste of time. But another monster could give us loot. Okay, so let's see what happens.
The tomb. It's empty. But more than that, it's a trap.
Oh no, not a trap. From the looks of it is just a trap. Nothing all that special about it. Still, it's a poison area, a trap, and poison is my weakness. That's not how they work. It's a lot of poison damage, I know. But at the same time, I don't particularly care. I need to get out of here. Haven't used these old methods in a long time.
This ought to slow them down.
I'm not seeing anything particularly top that they have. Just a decent number of fairly standard zombie type hostiles. A couple of skeletons. Shitty skeletons too. Curse. That's interesting. There's no resistance against the curse. You're just affected by it. So it's a mandatory loss of armor for us, basically. Which drops our, 1% physical damage reduction, which is less than optimal. Ah, crap. Why the fuck can't you just close it? Target is block. I'm just waiting out the curse. Well, they run around in the fire for some reason and attack random things. I think yeah, this is not technically a curse. It's a curse arrow, so I don't know what it technically is. What would get rid of it? I still don't want to change my equipment setup. I think I have a strength potion or two. They are 2 and 3. It's enough for me to get through a situation like that without technical problems. So I don't really care.
Fortune favors the bold.
'Probably fairly expensive to put on an armor in the middle of the fight. It's a good solution to it though, versus not being able to put it on at all if you lose it. Yeah, 6 action points. Totally worth it. From any room. Okay. We're going to go with the decoy approach.
A powerful ally.
%100% chance of setting yourself invisible. Thank you very much. Let them come to you. The archers probably aren't gonna join in on the fun, but at least some of the zombies should. They also have a huge amount of action points unused, so I'm glad that they'll spend it on that one. Specialty arrows especially. Right. Armor damaging arrows. Yeah, more of them. And a lot of other specialty crap. Grenade! A lot of zombies have turned before my guy, so I'll try to lure them closer to this central location. They're headless though, so there's no telling what they'll do. Looking promising.
Sweet relief.
Sweet relief indeed. Now, you're vulnerable to fire, I assume? Yes. You have a decent amount of points. Enough to warrant a quick end to things. Two left. Spider can't easily reach me without going through the flames, so I'm not sure I care too much about him. The archer has no such difficulties. Oh, I have a terrible amulet. Like, why am I reflecting things as air damage? I am reflecting air damage. From where? Reflect 20% of melee damage as earth damage. Reflect 20% of melee damage as piercing damage. So where in the god's taint does the air damage come from? I have no idea. No goddamn idea. Maybe add some kind of an effect on board. Don't know. I'd like to say I don't care, but I do care a little bit. That could be a big problem. Do something. Second fireball his ass. Don't seem to be too keen on coming closer after all.
No glory in this death.
Nail bomb.
On the mend.
Yeah, not exactly epic loot here.
In the footsteps of the brawler.
Water immunity. How much life do you have? Thousands. Earth beams. Didn't expect that. Yeah, they have a respectable fire resistance, but not poison or earth. At least, right. Water is worthless. Fire works against some. Right. The living ones are earth and poison. The dead one is fire. The fire works in the living ones too, though. So it's not just one or the other. Grr. I want to use some of the weaker ones here. It's not like they're totally harmless or anything, so we can still get a lot done by using them. This 4 has to die though. 700. Excellent. But at least the zombie one is dead. The rest aren't looking all that well either. Earth poison works. Earth poison works. Earth poison works very well, but I can't actually do all that much. Right, I think I'll go invisible. They can all. We could throw them into lava, I guess. What do you think about that? I want to see if it actually works. What a shame. But I oil you up. Burning and oil, not much you can do. Nice little bite.
In the footsteps of the brawler.
Has to be a way to get rid of some of this. It's the sentinels. Water wand.
Intruders wide.
They don't care for intruders. Where exactly are we supposed to go?
Intruders wide.
Yeah, how much lava is this adding to it?
Storm!
Always. So how exactly are you supposed to get past this?
Intruders wide.
No, you're supposed to do something about the traps themselves, right? What's my fire resistance? 100, immunity burning, right? You can bypass some of them from the side, probably.
Intruders by.
Yeah, I don't care.
Intruders by. Intruders by.
It's become increasingly difficult to find the hidden walls of my sanctuary. The transformation has left my vision greatly deteriorated. I devised a potion to increase my perception. I pray it works in time. Storm Skillbook. I'm assuming it's the same as the Sliding Storm. It sounds the same. There might be minor differences in details, but I'm not detecting them just by a glance. So what exactly can I do here? Nothing, maybe? Sealed secrets. What is sealed secrets? The Phantom Forest targeted dungeon, an ancient secrets lie dormant. Okay. Was that the Storm Skillbook? It's pretty much hard to say. Suppose that's sort of the problem. It is literally on the table though. Marker. But what I don't get is that's not a secret. It's not useful information for anyone exploring this because you sort of have to get the scrap anyway. Well, you don't literally have to, but at the same time, if you don't, you wouldn't know it's here in the first place. You have to come here first before you know that's an option. So one way or another, it's worthless. You're here, it's worthless already, and you didn't get here. Who the hell cares? Right, got a level up. Level 21. 22 available too. That's not something we're gonna reach. 21 was sort of reaching it a little bit.
Well, what's this I've spotted?
We need to burn the bones.
Cassandra's bones. Once they're ash, she'll be vulnerable once more. Feel my fiery wrath! The bones are burnt, and Cassandra is made vulnerable. Time to cleanse this phantom forest of the lich that haunts it.
Bloodstone.
What's that gleam?
Not sure if there are any more bloodstones for us to gain. I don't want to use it now because companion is gonna pop back to life. So we got a few points here, and that's it. Can't say they're totally worthless. I mean, I can go with shield specialist or armor specialist for extra armor, or even man at arms for extra armor. 50% block rate would be nice. I'm inclined to maybe trade the points for an attribute points. Not sure what I would get though. I suppose that's the fundamental problem. You don't really need anything. It's some. What would you find nice? I don't know. I don't know if I care that much. I mean, 5% increase in blocking chance is always also nice. Constitution might be good. We have uneven number of attribute points in speed and perception. Meaning we could start with 14 action points if we put something in the perception. Alternatively, our survivability would increase drastically if we put something in Constitution. But resistances and the hit point buffer we currently have is already fairly drastic. I have no worries on that front. Well, this isn't a trap. Not that it matters, because it's a fire trap. No one cares. I suppose that's sort of a problem, isn't it? You should care. It should be something that's dangerous to you. Unless you're some kind of a super thief. Or a rogue, I guess. But not for anyone who just found a handful of elemental essences and knows how to craft anything.
This place is fantastic. Imagine all the spectacular experiments one could get up to here.
We're gonna kill this guy.
Greetings, greetings! One of Cassandra's, I presume, yet rather more warm than is her preference, aren't you? And not a hint of rot. Strange, very strange indeed. But who am I to judge? I've been dead at least 100
I don't want to give him
years,
any
and
equipment
fashions certainly
pieces.
do change. The alchemy. These days, of course. I haven't heard. Is that heavens? It is impossible to. It could be possible that it was Brachus himself who. But it isn't. Perhaps you can. Of course you may, but if you're having trouble with the whole affair, I'd suggest that perhaps it's your perception you ought to work.
Paper. A way out. Or way in, perhaps, too. Suppose this is the alchemy lab. Why? Yeah, bottled voice.
What's that gleam?
I'm not sure what's the point of killing him, and if I want later to do something with him, it's no longer an option, is it? And I'm not too keen on the level up that we could possibly still gain. So, let's skill the lich. It shouldn't be too hard for us. How do we pickpocket her?
You will submit to me. You will take the guise I have given you.
Never. Curse the human
I'm going
corpus,
to
and
unlock
curse the
the
human
door with a
consciousness
spell.
you've given me.
If she wants to start a fight because of
Was
this,
I as
that's
not
fine.
carefree captain?
Open sesame!
Ours was happiness once, and can be again.
Because you are no longer a woman worthy of love. It may be your brother's doing, but you are a ghoul beyond redemption. This entire forest is nothing but your abattoir, and this is against me.
I suppose the cat would have been safe in the cage.
Save your prayers. Swayed by
I am marked for death. R who gave 0 shits about that. Because it has 9,200 hit points. Good defenses too, good resistances, no obvious weaknesses, so yeah. What about you, Cassandra? Much weaker. No defenses against water. That is bad for you though. I need to attack with something immediately. Get a single attack out for a descend upon you. Sorry that you might take some hits from this, but we need to take her out.
I noticed the strength of the wizard.
What do you think? What? That's enough, hey! Stop that!
Yeah, you suffered almost nothing while Cassandra is out of the fight. Totally worth it. The headless corpses are rubbish. Walking corpses.
I dance to the
Still
death,
rubbish.
and my steps the daintier.
You do 421 points of damage to her, and it's she has a piercing weakness, so I think this is a fairly obvious choice here.
Please, Hunter, free me from this accursed cage. Cassandra. She is no more. The woman who gave me a new soul. The woman I loved. The sweet girl once ruined by her demonic brother. I know. But let not my talk. I thank you for freeing me and freeing Phantom Forest.
This has been for Ahu. Finally it has come to an end, if a bittersweet one. Striking it rich!
Sort of a problem here. I didn't get to use the ritual on Arhu to permanently turn him into a cat. What is this? Coffin beater?
Fortune!
Right. Fortune indeed. I need to try to see if I can deal with Arhu now. We'll come back here and play with the tree later. And crap. Doesn't matter where we go. I need to use the bloodstone I found.
Bloodstone, as powerful as it is sinister. Back on my feet again.
Don't think there's anything really happened here.
What's the word, Source Hunter? You found the spell. Source Hunter, you may well be Rivellon's greatest hero. Now we must find my sister and continue your search. You are so close to the end of your journey.
Source Hunter, welcome, welcome. Source Hunter, thank you. Source Hunter, welcome, welcome.
A bit drafty in here.
How might I serve our mission?
Right, I need your pixie dust.
Think I could fly straight to the void? I think I could fly straight to the void.
Leandra, though they be baptized.
There's a couple of things that bring to mind that we could do now that I constantly forget. One is the hunters after the imps. We directed them to the beaches of the Side Seal. We could check the situation there.
This wonder of a realm, it's like a slice of freedom. Ah, you sent them all. And since you've proven yourself such a dear, darling chum, how about I order...
We have some equipment pieces to identify, pick it up. But yeah, the hunters might be one thing. Another is the tree and the weresheep. I don't know how many things I can try. I literally can't think of anything except basically
And so soon
throwing
after
the...
tomorrow, how can I help you this time?
What the hell is it? It's the Stardust Herb there. Hope it's like the Rat King and jumps out of there. If that doesn't happen, I have no fucking clue what to try. It pisses me off that I don't understand the point of the lock. You basically have a switch there in the portal cave to lock yourself out of the encounter with the weresheep. there would have been no real problem if it didn't exist at all. Not really. If someone wants to go there back again, where the loot items were, there's nothing preventing them. It's slightly more inconvenient, I guess. But the other option is that you lock yourself out of combat. I would rather have the inconvenience. At the same time, it's not related to anything major, so if you get locked out, you get locked out, and that's it. Do better some other time. Right. Why in the fuck are tribal masks the best helmet in the game? They have 12 more armor than the metal helmets. Ugh, okay. Not really, bro. I think it's part of the enchantment itself that there's an armor bonus sort of built into the item. Maybe amulets? These are just god awful. Makes me sick looking at them. Right. There should be at least a handful of newish items. Some non-magical crap. Ooh, 27% Tenebrium resistance, plus 2 constitution, shield specialist, plus 2 initiative. So if you wouldn't be so attached to that strength value, this is magnificent in comparison. But the problem is, this also requires a strength of 13 and lacks the plus 5 strength that I can give these items. So this is totally out of the question if we want to maintain our defenses. But interesting item, not useful though. We have a handful of items. Is this it? Yep. 7, not that many, but there's at least 1 or 2 that might actually be useful. Right. Not even close, not even close. Garbage. Horrible garbage. Worthless. Wrong type of abilities. And garbage. Well, wasn't that exciting.
Good day, good.
Yeah, good day, mate. Let's go with the weresheep first. After that, size seal. Size seal, I think it's more or less guaranteed as an encounter, but I don't think it's a combat encounter in any way. Just get to lure them in new places.
Face the unending
They might get sick of it
darkness.
after a while. Who knows? Right. This. Special tree like stardust.
Launching assault!
Also, I have no idea is the middle part meant to as a mandatory step before anything like this would even work. So even if this doesn't work, there's no I can't take that as a conclusion that this wouldn't work if I did things differently. So this is all around a terrible, terrible situation as far as I'm concerned. It's a big tree. Much larger than I thought. What is it? Can I attack it? That's not how you use things. No? Very well. Oh, shit.
The sheep's red eyes pierce you, and ropes of saliva drip from its moldy lips as it inspects your warm, living flesh.
Yeah, I thought it would just jump out of the tree or something. Who are you?
The sheep inches slightly closer and seems to sniff the air. A low groan bleats from its throat. It's growing hungrier.
I want to fight it. We might be able to charm it to give the wool. I want to see what it does. Decaying touch. Charm. Weakness. Let me take a look at you. 6,000 hit points, 1,000 points physical damage, 40% physical damage reduction against opponents of level 21. Fire immunity, piercing and crushing weakness, but that's about it. Tenebrium doesn't work. There's something missing. Earth. Earth is missing. So earth, piercing, crushing is worthless. It doesn't seem like it's anything amazing, but it's also very dangerous looking. Was it piercing or crushing? Not slashing? Right. Slashing resistance is actually fairly high. Spider would be piercing. How's your poison resistance? Respectable but not amazing. Never thought I would use that actually anymore. I'm gonna try to get some kind of debuff to work on him. Not that we have many. And his resistances could be substantial.
That crackles from my fingertips.
They are substantial. Save the points. Piercing works just fine. Earth damage works just fine. The 6,000 hit points is a bit of a problem, but I can't get it all.
Don't even try to stop me!
How are you gonna do a lot of earth damage? They're talking about tectonic spray, but even that might not be enough. Death punch. I don't really see another one. Another option, I mean. We could go for some sort of shock attacks. Yeah, status effects are not that likely to work. Instant death. Mark for death. Chance to resist 5%. Holy shit. Woolly minions, level 20. 1000 hit points. Fire doesn't work. They're fairly harmless damage wise. Not sure what they will do. I need to start doing something with... I'm losing my damage bonuses soon, so I need to do something. But that's not enough. There's no way for me to get through this quickly.
As thrilling as the stage, though not half so bloody.
Disease, that's a decent... does a decent amount of damage. 137. It looks to be in better shape than it actually is. Although below half health at this point. I'm pretty much totally unaffected by anything the sheep can do, apparently. Their physical attacks are pathetic. Their status effect doesn't seem to work on me. I don't understand what he's trying to do. I probably should be somewhere else. Should we go with adrenaline? No.
If this battle be
He's
my
way
last,
too healthy,
know
so...
I went out fighting in your name.
I'm somewhat worried that the weresheep might use the woolly minions as a way to restore himself. That's my biggest worry about them. Yeah, they basically spit blood around and then they electrify it. Right. All damage bonus is gone. I'll have to wait. No. Everything's still on cooldown.
You will remember this touch forever.
Bad touch.
Your enemies are my prey, Source Hunter.
Stunned. Okay, I would think we have a reasonable chance of using a couple of death punches to end him. Unless the minions themselves can initiate some kind of healing process. Usually that's not possible. Priest type characters pretty much the only ones who can do it. And I think if I don't try to push it to death quickly, it's, I'm gonna end up regretting that. Doesn't have to be death punch though. This does not really require it, and so maybe we should save the scroll for something else. Other things would suffice here, very much so. Still stunned. Stun proc, yeah, his allies basically stunned him and screwed him over. That's what's happening here.
My blood boils!
I'm going to go full in, trying to do whatever it takes to end things quickly on this turn or the next. Reminder on the resistances. Piercing, crushing, earth. Not bad. Amazing. Any earth damage scrolls we could do? They're a little bit more expensive. How about adrenaline?
Nature's fury!
He should be more vulnerable now, oiled to earth damage. No. No? Yes. Earth resistance mitigates incoming damage from +10 from somewhere. Yeah, he did not care a single shit about that. I'm not sure what he's summoning there. I don't intend to find out. Die. $30,000. Not bad.
Would you care to hear a little tale?
They seem to be like archers. Now they have petrification attacks. I think they have either spit, blood, or quite related spit technically, and then they have long range elemental attacks. They are not damaging, but they have the associated status effect.
I'll defend you till my death rattle.
I think I'm just gonna rain some hails on them. I don't recall how many hit points they had, but maybe something at least a little sizable is warranted, and I want to end this soon. They take a huge amount of time to go through their turn, and they don't get anything done, so as well try to end this as quickly as possible. We have still our main damage bonuses active too, so should be, even if they have some resistance, they're not going to be immune because they're immune to fire, so. Polished gold ring, ancient plate belt. Oh fuck! I was reading that plate mail. God damn it! Compass bow and S-Talk. It's again a lot of archer or rogue type of stuff, and that's it. What is the tree then? I have no idea. Why is it so special? Can't interact with it either. Just is. Okay, what exactly? We needed to go to the elemental forge with this. We took a piece of wool from the weresheep corpse. Perhaps we can find a recipe for what to do with it. I have the recipe. It was one of Maradino's. Yeah, I'm certain of that. Secret files. No. Not this one. What is it then? I'm certain that yes, I had something like that. Gary, weresheep recipe. Take a lock of the finest seasonal undead Eve's wool and to increase your resistance to all things. Page is ripped and you cannot discern the missing text. Well, balls. How do you make... Yeah, this is a bit of a problem. How exactly are we supposed to do this? I seem to recall there was a book about the weresheep though. We got a journal piece, but I'm like certain that there was a book about it too. Not at all sure I've found it, but I'm sure the book itself exists. God damn it, what is it? Why did I have the impression that I need to use the elemental forge? I've seen this recipe somewhere else. I have glanced through crafting recipes, so that's certainly a possibility. But I think, yeah, okay. We found a recipe for making weresheep armor. We need to fire weresheep wool within an elemental forge. Okay. Where did I get that clue? I don't recall anymore. Elemental forge was in Hyberheim. This is not an armor piece for us, the weresheep armor. I've looked through the crafting recipes. It's worthless for us, I think. Don't recall the details. I got the impression that it's more about thieves' armor setup. So nice, but I think it had dexterity bonuses or something like that, so I dismissed it immediately as a viable option to go for. Do I just stick it in there or what? What does it even look like? Did it get destroyed? We fired the wall in the forge and created a unique set of armor. Okay, did not get destroyed. And you said a unique set. What exactly do you mean? Right. Weresheep helmet, armor rating 40, so it's worthless to us. Perception +2, Tenebrim resistance, which is nice, and hook points. This is again, it doesn't require any strength to wear, and it's level 16. Turn action points +1. So, very good armor piece for someone else. Weresheep bracers, again, low dexterity bonus, poison resistance, crafting initiative. Nice armor piece, but not for us. Boots, speed, sneaking, hit points, immunity to knockdown. Okay, immunity to knockdown is a big deal, but again, not for us. And an armor of not for us. Immunity to frozen, initiative, bodybuilding, willpower. Those are worthless because we get bonuses to those already. And resistances to all, and you could probably add on top of those. So yeah, if you don't go with a character that has wants to use a lot of strength requirement items, yeah, I'd say this is nice, but at the same time you can't really rely on your armor rating if you wear something this pathetic. So this is nice. This is more of a interesting piece of information for me to know than it is a useful piece of item set. So, Tysail Beach. There's quite a few beaches though, so which beach do we want to go? I think it's the early beach, so not secluded beach. Tranquil beach. I think. I seem to recall meeting them when we tried to hunt down additional secrets and things like that. Don't recall where at all. At the same time, I don't want to spend too much time on it. The imps might like me a little bit, but not sure there would be much of a difference anyway. What would I, in pragmatic terms, benefit from this? I suppose that's why I'm trying it, because I don't know. Why not just read it, though? I mean, it's much faster, so don't have to waste your time. I don't know. So it sort of rubs me the wrong way. I don't mind reading it after I've gave it a good shot. So, but a lot of these I never did. Everything sort of, I wanted to give them another shot myself, but yeah, accidentally ended the game. So, I don't feel right about trying to read solutions at that point. It's also okay to not get every secret in a game. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's anything here. Oh, there they are.
I see no sign of imps, sister. How many times must we review the same spot?
As many as it takes. Or will you admit failure and return to Nemesis? Will you hear the cries of our loved ones in agony?
No, but nor will I count grains of sand when I ought to be carrying out a proper search.
Then to another realm we go. It's been some decades since we've checked the realm of Fairy. Perhaps one of the fiends has turned up there.
Watchers are still searching size here. Poor soul. Poor fool. So that's a wrap on that quest. Arhu's failed experiment. Why isn't this wrapped up? Because we couldn't find the guys who went to look for the Legion for treatment. That sort of bothers me. Not because it's important, it's probably worth like 100 XP at most. I suppose I can go through Seal. It would be in the upper sections, that's where the Legion is. I'll talk to all the Legion guys there. So one of them has to be that missing guy.
Quiet day on the market, it
I would have
seems.
thought that well, some of the shopkeepers or maybe guys who provide food or something like that would know about it. Direct me to the correct place. Also, they were looking for treatment, so the doctor maybe? But doctor hasn't been here for a while. So I don't think so. That is irrelevant. That's something I just want. I'd like to know how to finish the quest. Could be important if I want to play the game at a later date.
The earth scroll to ground you.
Blessed Earth. Blessed allies around you, sure, why not? I'm not sure if I got any new items. Well, I can get rid of the weresheep armor. Infecting a stock of water. Green new items. It's a bow. It's Tenebrium, pickpocketing and lockpicking. Terrible. And poison resistance, Tenebrium resistance, shield specialist bodybuilding. This is better than what I currently have, or is it? It is the same fucking belt. It's amazing belt, but it's the same belt. Black ancient plate belt of the shield. Yeah, literally the same blasted thing. It's amazing amazing belt, but no use for it. If I would make the same item now, I mean, if I would enchant the belt now, I would probably get higher enchantments, but I don't need a new belt for that. Also, if you have resistance as 100, there's no point pushing them higher. Even if you get a reduction in your resistance, you need having a higher resistance in your equipment than the 100 isn't gonna help at all.
Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
You need some other source of resistance, which is, I like that. I feel like that's a good system. It wouldn't have to even be 100%. But what I like about it is that it doesn't strictly prevent you from getting abilities to be immune to something or even get healed by it. But it's
the hunter returns.
you have to work for it at least a little bit. What I don't like about it is I think maybe the 100% on the gear alone is it's not that difficult to reach, is it? That's the problem. And it's not that difficult to reach very early on too. At the same time, the game is very heavily gated through the levels, so it's not like you can get full immunities easily. So I don't know, I feel it works just fine. Not amazing, but fine. And maybe some of the gauge cards. Although I haven't noticed any extra guys anywhere. Same time, I'm not sure I have looked all the cards. I want named people or people I recognize as new. I doubt it would be... Okay, there's the warehouse at the docks also an option, I guess. You didn't know anything, I've done this
Salutations,
before.
Source Hunter.
You don't think it's infected, do you?
But still
So
see what
good
you
to
have
see
for
you
sale.
again, Source Hunter.
Although I know it's nothing important.
Any real damage? Are you joking? I've been mauled. I'll be disfigured for life.
Well,
Come on with the dramatics. It's not as bad as all that.
competitive helmet.
She bit me in the
It
face.
has armor especially, same armor class, but it has a terrible ability as the third ability, which makes it sort of worthless.
The beast looks
But at least we're getting correct level items here too. Right, not terrible. Not bad at all. Still, some of you have to know something.
Great. You're a Source Hunter, aren't you? They say you can talk to animals, but I for one...
You let my chicken escape? Looks like it's your lucky day, Jack. Not to tell the troops they're getting nothing but the cornbread.
Well, Source Hunter,
No,
you
these
come to
guys
the
don't
right
even
place, you
talk
have.
about anything.
I got every style of equipment to fit you from head to foot, if it's a trade you're after.
Level 20. Even level 20 doesn't mean much unless you have a proper quality item. I'm probably not gonna use those. I'll still take them. They don't cost much, they don't weigh much.
The cretin's question crossed her lips.
An engineer of aptitude.
An additional guy on a gate, I would definitely not.
Don't pay attention to the beast, Furious.
These guys
You'll
are
only encourage
old.
it.
Attention! About face!
Any new recruits? None of them are named.
Source Hunters here!
Come on now, I pulled her off you before she could do any real damage.
About face!
Standard legionnaires.
Come on with the dramatics. It's not as bad as all that.
The face, Furious. She bit me in the face.
There aren't that many places. Okay. There's a couple. There's a group of skeletons up north a little bit. I might have to report to them to complete something. But, ooh, 4 extra armor points in exchange for 2 constitution points. Not exactly worth it. So I'll let it pass. Shield could probably get a similar blocking chance. Would gain a single-handed weapon damage improvement. Had massive bonuses to resistances that are already far above 100. And you naturally don't know anything about anything.
If you must.
Just nothing. You're the guy who was robbing food. You're Victorious. But I don't recall Victorious.
It's you, fantastic. You'll never guess what happened after you helped us out of that cave.
But I'm certain there was a guy here before, but I think he was just a legionnaire.
We came back to Sicil to recuperate, and Lieutenant Selenia caught wind of our tale. She called us brave men and offered to set us up as legionnaires guarding this very treasure room.
There's no treasure there, I've checked. But why the fuck couldn't I ask Lieutenant Selenia about it? She was the first person I thought about when this little objective came up. She seems to be the one basically that handles the day-to-day operations and everything like that, not the captain. So she would know about anything anyone knew, what's happening with the legionnaires basically. So a simple line of dialogue where I could ask about these men would have been, I think, the correct breadcrumb trail to lead to this. Not go into scouring the dungeon in the hopes that there's a man's random name that you met at some point that you recall. Why the fuck would I recall their names?
I was the only one who accepted, though. I'm living the life now.
Yeah, I think we're done here. The Wishing Brother. Right. Holy shit, I haven't done the Wishing Well quest. God damn. It's totally irrelevant. We can get low level gear out of this, I guess. I'm just... I suppose that's exactly it, because I know where it's gonna go. I know it's not gonna be important, not valuable, not anything. Just something you do for the sake of completion. Still, I'll take it. I wasn't quite so desperate for experience at this point anymore. Right, after this, there's more or less nothing to do except wrap up the game. It's a little bit of a section with the puzzles, but only a little bit.
This well is still... Oh, would that I could whoosh after him myself. Well, I was... The willful king wanted to rule the wily winter king.
What's this? The spell? How wonderful! What a joyous surprise!
I didn't even recall I had the spell. What is it technically?
Simply wonderful. We'll meet again.
I probably should report back to the rift too. Things might be pleased that the butchers aren't hunting them down anymore. We could pay to produce a couple of items. I don't particularly want to pay. I just want to wrap up the quest. He's not going to be able to offer me anything remotely irrelevant anymore, so...
You went and whisked Willie back to Wallet. Whip out your wallet and wing a bit of gold my way, and I'll wow you in return. This well wishes to work his magic. What would you like to wish?
Yeah.
Wow. What?
What did I get? I wish there was a log on this to sort of highlight what you get. I get level 20 gear. Surely not. Yeah. Leveled gear. It's absolute garbage, but still. Okay, I'll take that back. It could potentially be useful. But it wasn't. Right. General's tale, missing threads? Ah, yeah. Follow the wizard. You seem to have found a recipe for a potion for cure a man's muteness. A miracle, it actually worked. This is for a companion. I'm not gonna bother with that. We basically have the one main quest available anymore, and that's it. So I think at this point we're gonna more or less just rush to the end of things. There's no real side tracking missions for us to complete anymore. Where are the imps?
Now behave yourselves, you lot. This is a nice sort of place, and we don't want to muck it up. Aye, aye, Captain. This wonder of a realm, it's like a slice of freedom. No, that hoity... Right you are. We hang now. Curiosity. Yes, here's what fools quite wonder. So all we do is run and hop. It kind of got lost, to tell you the truth. That's what happens after generations of flight. Things get misplaced. And yet, wherever that bloody book may be, up until now, the demons still haven't oh, it's you. Yes, hello,
I want to buy a couple of those huge potions. I don't think I can produce them myself. Or if there's a way to do it, I don't know how. We don't need many. I think I have 3 or 4 now. That'll be enough. So I'll dump the extra equipment we have, leave things there. Access the temple. No. I'll hold my ass to the Immaculate Temple entrance, leave that there. It should be pretty straightforward. Just move to the end of the game. No sidetracking really. There might be a couple of extra loot sites, treasures within the temple itself, but nothing too impressive. Trying to keep fingers crossed for something special, but it never shows up. He doesn't have any cash. Ugh, that's good. I guess we'll hold on to this equipment then. Yeah. I have the extra carry weight to handle it, so that's not gonna be a problem. %69 physical damage reduction. Yeah, the goal was always to have somewhere between 40 and 50, so 69, while not exactly where I would want it to be, is still... we will never basically fall below the 60%, not even close, so I can ignore that. Phantom Forest. I think Thorny Grounds are probably closest to where we want to be. I still didn't find the hatch in the Temple of Death. Another thing that still remains a mystery, but I feel all of that would be solved if I just played Archer, basically. And I don't want to play Archer. I'm not particularly interested in playing Archer to begin with. Secondly, I played this game through now twice, so I think that's enough Divinity Original Sin. There might be minor treasures here and there. Not sure if it's worth my time to hunt them down. What is this? Yeah, the entrance is there, but this doesn't exactly help me. Yeah, I can't get to it by like that. Where the hell am I? Okay, north. This should be open, right? Much better.